Hello, everyone. I'm Mark Walmsley. I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. And one of our ambassadors and one of our full members, Vincent Messelier, has joined me today. Vincent has kindly agreed to provide 10 golden tips for artists. Vincent is an established artist in his own right, a gallery owner, and coaches artists who need to level out their professional lives. Vincent, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's an honor for me to get this interview and to help out my colleagues, let's say.
Yeah, well, it's very kind of you, and thank you for being such an active member of our community as well.
Oh,
So
welcome. Thank you.
let's dive in. I'm going to try and share my screen so that we can see your presentation, and I'll click through it at your command, if that's okay. And then I can ask questions as we go through it. So here we go. Now I'm sharing the screen. Can you tell me, is that the full screen?
Yeah, that's a full screen. That's great. So I'm
Excellent.
going to give some golden tips that you can change your life as an artist. If you follow one or two of them or three or whatever, I hope you'll have something. So
Excellent. I'm in your hands. It's all
yeah.
yours. So tell me when you'd like me to progress the screen.
Sure. So I'm a passionate art coach, gallerist, an artist myself for sure, and also ambassador for Arts and Culture Network that I love to do because I love to connect people. I love to see people and to talk to people and to see where we can get. So the first tip is that a lot of artists just copy paste other artists and do not have any creativity. They just copy it. It's very important that you have your own unique style. If you go to a Biennale and you have 200 artists, there's 90% who is copying Warhol or whatever, or Picasso or Dali or other artists, and they don't have their own recognizable style. So I think it's very important that people can see, oh, this is a Messelier. I can see it from far. And this is what I'm doing. My own style is called meridianism because you will always recognize horizontal and vertical stripes and lines in my artworks, and they are referring to our planet. They're also referring to our meridians in our body because you will also recognize sometimes, or you don't, but you can see people in my artworks that are connected with this planet. So,
This is really interesting. I've had several conversations with artists in our network who have yet to capture their identifying characteristic. And one of the techniques I use when I'm meeting people for the first time is to browse through their work and let them know what jumps out at me as different and unusual.
yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, so that's great. Let's move on. So tip one, provide a uniquely recognizable style because then that'll get you noticed, it'll get you remembered, and it'll get you talked about. That's excellent. I'll keep going until you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, sure.
This is great.
Just
So
be
tip
creative.
two, please.
Yeah. Let's say be creative and productive. The more you work, the more you practice, the more you get perfection. And you need at least 10,000 hours to become a professional artist. At least if you have 100,000, then you become a master, I think, or almost, let's say. So the more you do things and you experiment with whatever that you want to do, as long as you are amusing what you do and you are getting a very high level what you do and you like it. This is the most important.
Yeah,
So
I agree entirely. There is a lovely saying, Jack Nicklaus, the golfer, he said, you know what? It's strange. The more practicing I do, the luckier I get.
yeah, but just like that, you have to work very hard for becoming.
Yeah, it's the same with writing.
That's right.
If you want to be a good writer, just write.
The
So
experience counts at the end.
yeah,
Great.
brilliant. So that was tip two.
Yeah.
Create, keep creating. Tell us about tip 3 then, Vincent.
Yeah, don't have to be afraid to be unique and original. And I should say, don't listen to other people who are giving critics on your work. You just do what you do and what you want. It is your work and not the other one's idea that you put on canvas. And a lot of academics who get that professor who say, "Oh, this is not good. This is not right. This is not like it should be," and whatever. No, you should have your freedom. And this is the most important tip that I can give. Don't listen to others.
That's a
Uh,
that's a really good tip. Yeah, I can think of several artists who um, were innovative, creative, and original, and in many cases were criticized for doing so. But those are the ones who we think of these days. So
yeah.
excellent, that's great. Let's go on for tip 4.
So,
Oh, the bird's gone. Lovely. Tell us about tip 4.
yeah, it's important to find a mentor who is older and who has experience with you and who can give you tips for free and advice and share experiences. Um, I didn't have that before, and I have some artists that I know that became friends, and then we share galleries, we share experience, and this is very important that you never walk alone. Let's say as artists, it's one big family, and this is what with ACN also it's very important that you connect with the other artists and talk about your passion.
That's
So you learn by them also.
Yeah, that's great advice. I know that you offer a mentoring service, which is based on your expertise and experience. And yes, the Arts and Culture Network is a very supportive community, and it's an ideal place to find fellow artists who you can learn
They're all
from.
professional. They're all
Seek
professional
advice.
and passionate, and that's very important. I talked to a lot of members already, and it's great to connect them.
Yeah. So we're on to tip 5 of 10. Tell us about tip 5.
Yeah, it's important that you have a soundboard. This means enter to competitions, national, international. There are a lot of critics and jury members who are looking at your art, and they will advise you, or they will say, "Yeah, it's good, it's not good. You get an award, you don't get an award," and it's a reflection to see what you're doing now with the artwork that you're doing, you're creating, and automatically you can win prizes, you can win money, you can get exhibitions for free in galleries and so on and so on. It's very important. I have won under 20 awards worldwide, and I'm still competing. I'm still entering because I just want to move and just and I care. I'm caring about how my evolution is about my art. And there are always other members, there are so many people, critics, art critics, and then they see your work and you get exposed, and that's the most important thing. And
Yeah,
there will be a new book written by Annick Mullemans, Art Awards in Europe. She's writing on that, and I made the cover of that book. So we will promote it and we will publish it soon. That's it.
that's great. Yeah, I remember my brother is a cellist.
Yeah.
And he told me that when he joined the London Philharmonic Orchestra, his cello increased in value because
Yeah.
it was considered, if he is a member of the London Philharmonic Orchestra, then the provenance or the value of the perceived value of that instrument when it increased. So with every award, with every publication, with every mention,
It's all yeah.
it's
It's all
just
about provenance. Whatever work you have, it's mentioned in books, it's mentioned in the catalogs of the competition, and so on and so on. You get
absolutely. And you can use all of that in PR and social media posts. And uh,
sure.
if
You can
somebody,
win money. You really can win big prizes. Luxembourg Art Prize is for 40,000 euro. You can win. So it's not for free. You can really do great stuff and earn money by that.
yeah, okay, that's good advice. I love this. This is great. Tip number 6.
Yeah, a lot of artists don't give a certificate of originality and signed. Most important thing is that your work is signed on the back and on the front. And the provenance you put on, you write it down where the artwork has been, so you never forget. Because I have so many exhibitions done. And sometimes I missed something. I said, "Oh yeah, I was there also with that one. I was there and I was there." And it's very important to get the provenance noticed on the back and also the certificate to give it, because it is the first thing that people ask if you want to resell your work. Do you have a certificate of it? And there are a lot of artists, they don't care, they don't give a certificate. So just give this step.
That's very, very good advice. You may talk about pricing in a minute, but I would always advise artists to put their prices up, not down, if they want to make more money.
Yes.
It's the perception of the value of the work. And I think I posted something on LinkedIn recently. It was you're not paying for the 3 hours it took me to do this. You're
Yeah, I saw it also.
you're paying for the 40 years that made it possible.
Yeah, it
So
is like that.
yeah, yeah. Excellent. Okay, let's move on. So this is tip number 7 for artists from Vincent Messelier. What's tip number 7, Vincent?
So you have a lot of platforms that you can subscribe, and national and international. Some are free. You have also websites where you can promote your art. You can put your art for free sometimes. And this is also the tips that I give as coach. You have a lot of websites that are selling, but they are asking a lot of money. They're asking 50% sometimes, and you have to transport to ship your artwork and so on. But there are a lot of platforms that not not asking money, just get exposure on your works, and you can sell for free.
Yeah, it can be very
So,
difficult if you've got to pay for shipping and you don't sell anything and you've got to pay for shipping back. You've
yeah,
you've made a loss.
this
So,
is happening a lot of times, and
yeah,
these are the things that you have also to ask discounts for the platforms, because I know from my experience that they are also commercial minded, and if you say, okay, I'm not gonna pay 300, I will do it for 150, because next time I will do the other one, the next also, and then I say, yeah, okay, that's good, and it's a long-term relationship and a win-win collaboration that you have to see.
yeah, excellent. Let's move on. Here we go to, I'm loving your transitions. Tip number 8.
Yeah, it's classical, share your art as many possible on social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest. You have to be disciplinary and say every week, 2 hours in a week, for example, I do that and I post it and I share it and I share it again. I put it in groups. I put it in a lot of groups like AGSM, for example. If you have a new work, put it on and let people see it.
Yeah,
And it's mostly it is free, And LinkedIn is a very powerful medium. I'm connecting every week 120 new artists, new connections. Let's say there are artists among, there are collectors, there are galleries, there are architects, whatever who is interested for me, of interesting for me to connect and to work and to seek for business to do it together. So it's very important to have that discipline.
yeah,
And it's a game, it's fun to do, and you get a reaction. You can become an influencer if you want. A lot of young people do that. We are maybe too old to do it, but there are a lot of possibilities to get
yeah.
involved.
And the visual arts sector is such a visual medium that it's worth
Yeah.
concentrating on those social
Mhm.
media platforms that support
Yeah.
that. So Instagram and Pinterest, for example.
And you have direct reactions, and one picture says more than 1,000 words.
Exactly. But interestingly, and you know this as well as I do, the arts and culture sector has embraced LinkedIn over the last year or so like never before. It
Mhm.
used to be, but if you're over 40, you're probably not on TikTok. If you're under 40, you're probably not on Facebook. But
Really,
LinkedIn, for those who are professionally minded,
yeah,
is
yeah,
you won't see many pictures of cute kittens on LinkedIn. It's a very professional
that's it.
platform. That's great advice. My advice is to be on as as many as possible, but focus your time and energy and any money that you're spending on one of those to start with.
Yeah.
And then take that, because often we spread our resources of time, energy, and money and enthusiasm too thinly, and fail to break the surface. I hear it quite a lot. Oh my gosh, I haven't posted on Facebook this week. And stick to one, do it every day,
Yeah. Yeah.
provide something of value, and then see how that works. And if that doesn't work for you, try a different channel. So yeah, great advice there. So tip number 9.
Yeah, there are galleries who are just asking the rent for exhibiting, and they don't care about selling your art. So you should seek for galleries who work on commission only, absolutely, because then they will be motivated. If they ask 50% commission, that's not the point for you. If they sell, you win money. If they don't do nothing and you just pay €1,000 for getting there, and you have to ship your artwork, you have to pay for it, for renting the wall, whatever, and they don't care about selling your art, because they just are satisfied with the money that they get from the artists, and they just can't pay the rent. That's all. And this is an experience that I have had many times. So I have really to be careful and ask for permission and not paying rent.
Yeah, it's that makes a lot of sense. They have to be incentivized to sell your work, because
Yeah.
if they've already taken €1,000 from you, why would they? So yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. And
Yeah.
so last of all, we're on to tip 10. This has been great, Vincent. Thank you so much for sharing this expertise. So our last tip is tip number 10.
Yeah, it's always the same question, I have artists say, yeah, I've been in Art Fair Brussels and I didn't sell, and I said, okay, first question is, were you present? I know I gave it to the gallery. The gallery was working for me and whatever. No, this is not the way it works. You have to be present as artists, and I assure you, 50% of your work is determined by the work, and the other 50% is by the sympathy of the artist himself. And collectors want to meet the artist. They want to know how you work, how you live, what you do, what is your meaning, what is your proposal, what is your goal, and then you will sell. And I'm sure collectors will love you, and they will buy other artwork because they know you as a person, and this is the most important thing and tip that I think that I can do. And yeah, the PS, and in life it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. I told it already several times in Zoom meetings. Connect as much as you can with everybody that is a potential client, because everybody is a potential client. If they love artwork, and everybody needs art, sometimes in their life they say, okay, oh, I have a nice house, I bought a new house, and I have a big living room, and I miss something. So just sell your artwork and connect with the people of ACN, I should say.
Yes, thank you. We've seen some success stories with people who've connected on
I'm
our
sure.
art, which is great. Thank you for that. Excellent. So there we go. Thank you so much, Vincent, for doing this. This is a little bit of information about you. Wherever this appears, there'll be links to you, your work, and the mentoring and support service that you offer. It's very kind of you to do this. I'll stop the share so we can chat. There we go. Excellent. Wonderful stuff. That's great. That's really valuable advice.
I hope it helps some people who say, okay, I didn't know that, or whatever. But anyway, just love to share my experiences.
No, thank you, Vincent. Wherever this appears, we'll make sure there is contact information for you. And thanks again for being one of our ambassadors, for being such an active and supportive member of our community. We'll get this published so that we can help some other artists.
Yeah, I hope. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for this interview and this opportunity to give and share my tips.
That's very kind. Thank you, Vincent.
Okay, thank you.